mistake. I don't know. We'll talk about it. I really got to step. I don't know, because of course I know. I'm an expert.
What am I doing, Tommy? You know what I'm doing?
Yeah. Can you see the thing? Can
Yeah,
you see?
I'm
Wow.
imitating a Brooklyn fan.
Well, you missed a great Jonathan Tavares goal.
Oh no!
In the crease, Tommy safe. Yeah, welcome back into the crease, Tommy C. Sorry for all the my internet was out. It wasn't a little out. There was no kind of problem. I actually wonder with some of my upload rates, is there doing something? My ISP was actually changing the routes, so to speak, and changing things around, because I seem to be getting absolutely no problem now. It's uploading at a bit rate that I'm used to. So,
Wunderbar.
Yeah, the first time we missed Shot from the Point live 2 weeks in a row since December of 2013.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Feels like it's been a while since we've even been on together here.
Yeah, I know, weird. And I feel rusty. I'll be I'm very, very honest with you. I feel quite rusty right now.
See, you never admit to it. You just flow with it.
You just go with
anything you do, you meant to do.
Yeah, that's exactly right. New York Islanders in Brooklyn. Everybody was for it. We heard about how horrible the Nassau Mausoleum, as we call it back on the East Coast,
the decaying fucking corpse of the mausoleum.
The corpse of the mausoleum. We used to call it the mausoleum. It's terrible because it's Nassau Veterans Coliseum. Yeah. And yeah, we're like, me and you are like veterans. We should show a little more respect. But I'm a Ranger fan.
And I don't live on the East Coast. So fuck
right. But yeah, it's you're hearing winds of a lot of problems. Yes. I've heard some stuff. The way I understood it, the way I understood the move initially was the facilities themselves, as far as like taking care of the players, doctors, facilities, stuff like that. That could not. It's not something that could be upgraded on Nassau, so they had to move to Brooklyn. The problem is this stadium was not built for hockey, and it does. I feel like I'm watching at the Cow Palace in back. The Cow Palace, where the San Jose Sharks play their first few years. It looks like a minor league stadium. Yeah, you know, it looks kind of bizarre to even watch on television. It looks like a minor league stadium. But I thought that would kind of be, all right, they're going to have less seats out there, but at least the facilities are being great. But you're hearing something completely different, that's just not the case at all, right, Dave?
Yeah, Scott Burnside of ESPN wrote a really, really good article. It's very bare bones, but it's full of all kinds of really good information. And he addresses all the issues with it. And see, you said it's not designed to be an NHL stadium. Well, you can make the argument it's not really designed to be an NBA stadium either. And that was its sole purpose of creation. Yeah. The dimensions are bizarre.
They are.
You can't. There are blind spots all over it. You can't see any of the action from certain areas in the arena. And the biggest selling point, aside from the amenities that the players will be getting, which I'm hearing, while nice, it doesn't really take over the fact that nobody's coming to these games. Here's the reality. Last year, 14,000 on average were coming to the Islanders games, which was, I believe, if I read it right, 93% capacity.
Excellent.
This year, they're at 12,500 per game at the beginning of the year, which is only 74% capacity. And those are very disappointing numbers. And it's not only because, you know, it's a little bit further away for Islanders fans and all that to travel in Brooklyn, I guess, or whatever that might be. But it's just because it's just so unfriendly to hockey fans. It doesn't feel like you're at a professional hockey game. It doesn't have the right feel. Everybody's just constantly complaining. It's just a very bizarre situation.
Well, they are.
Everyone's unhappy.
See, I don't know. See, I didn't grow up at the Barclays Center, so it's like, I mean, you might as well tell me where the United Center is. I don't no idea. I don't get the perspective, but. You know, one of the things at Brooklyn that I didn't know when I used to work out there, it's just driving is a nightmare in Brooklyn and getting to these places. And yeah, I mean, when I was a little kid in the 80s, you know, driving through I think where the Barclays Center is a place nobody wanted to be caught dead. I don't know if that's the case now. I don't know what the parking situation is. That was
heard
a big
it's
problem.
Not good.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's Brooklyn. You know,
yeah.
it's. I mean, there's this kind of magic with this, you know, the Brooklyn Dodgers and having a professional team in Brooklyn. And actually, this is not the first NHL team in Brooklyn. The New York Americans, or the Brooklyn Americans, eventually, and that was their last year. And then Sayonara, the Rangers chased them out of town. They were one of the
Get out of
teams.
here. We're
They were one of the
Rangers.
teams that didn't get the original 6 number.
No, they did
They
not.
were out on their ass originally.
They're like the 4th member of Destiny's Child. No one knows who the fuck they are.
Yeah, they were the most popular team in New York, and then the Rangers came in and just kicked them out. They were both playing in Madison Square Garden. They did 1 year in Brooklyn, and bow. So I mean, like it does. I think it sounds nice that there's a team in Brooklyn, but I guess logistically, and the Islanders are in a rock and a hard place. Staying at the facilities are not up to par for a professional hockey team now. It might be better viewing for the fans, but I mean, something from what I understand, something had to give.
So, the Coliseum's not an option. It's not an option. They can't go back to it. It's not a viable option. It doesn't work. That's true. But the fans are clamoring for it because they hate the Barclays Center. Yeah. So it's a really, really tough situation.
They're being
and I don't know how it's going to get mitigated. I really don't.
I think they're stuck. It's another thing too. I think they'll figure it out. I think over time they're going to. This is their first year there. I think they're going to figure it out.
Figure it out. If by figure it out you mean here's the shit you're going to learn to like the taste,
well,
then yeah.
I'm sure there's some things they can do, things they can switch around. I'm sure there's something they can do, and there's probably some things that you can't. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing can change.
It's the geometry of the damn place, the angles, everything is just bizarre. It was built just weird. I mean, I've heard the complaints from NBA fans, wrestling fans. I mean, anybody that they get in there, they just have complaints because it's just built so fucking weird.
If anybody's listening from Brooklyn, I got a few fans, or anybody's been to the Barclays Center, I would love to hear from you. I don't have a hell of a show stacked. 718-395-7660.
Okay.
Or add me shot from the point. I'll add you. I'd like to hear what's the friggin' problem. Is it that bad? Because I mean, watching it on television is kind of weird. And I don't know. I don't know.
Well, that's another thing too. From what I understand, most of the networks that go in there, they're complaining about it as well. You're just setting up cameras are a bitch. It's just like the production areas are just not designed. They're not equipped properly. It's just weird. Like everything about it. It's just like, hey, we're gonna build a sports arena. Oh fuck, we have to put sports in here.
Yeah, but the
sports
arenas that are built today, I mean, even the upgrades they did in Madison Square Garden, which I got to witness last year. I mean, building in today's day and age, building a piss poor sports arena, it just didn't even seem possible. Jericho's Ambrose, who I'm assuming is at least from Long Island. The question to the answer is yes. It's a horrible place to watch a hockey game. The parking is horrible. Yes, but it is not fun. That's closing the Jericho's Ambrose. I'd like to hear from you, and if any kind of detail, especially if you've been there. Now, not going by what your friends say. I want to hear what you've been there.
That last phrase, the last 2 words he said was the most important to me. Not fun. If it's not fun, you're not going to go back. If it's not fun, your kid is not going to want to become a hockey fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's not fun, you're not going to drag your girlfriend to another game, thus limiting your opportunity. You know what I mean? It's just like, if it's not fun, it kills it.
It's a huge problem. I mean, the Islanders don't have the kind of money to build their own stadium. Ooh. I mean, I like the fact that we have, a team in New Jersey, like just on the other side of the bridge or on the other side of the Hudson, and then we got the Rangers right in Midtown, and it sounds fantastic,
sure,
on the surface, but it's like you said. I mean, look, the Islanders are a team only in the best of times that has been able to draw, and that's when they had a dynasty. I mean, an incredible dynasty filled with Hall of Famers. Filled with legends and 4 Stanley Cups in a row and damn near 5 if they beat Edmonton. They've never really quite recovered from. It's almost like they have to be elite or nothing, and then to put them in a situation. Look, Island freeways going out there. There's nothing but traffic. I mean, it's it's why they call it Long Island. It's a really long island. And
the funny thing. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so the highways can really only go one way. So if they get backed up, you're fucked.
You're fine.
Yeah, so it's welcome to New York, but it sounds almost like a bigger nightmare for them.
Yeah.
To be over there, like, because if it's that much of a pain in the ass, and these guys can't draw as is, and by the way, they have a great hockey team. They have a fantastic coach. I love Capuano. Even as a Ranger fan, I don't even hate those guys anymore because I'm sort of interested as an NHL fan to see what they do and how they do it, and if the Ranger Islander rivalry is ignited. That was another bonus to moving over there, that they thought
Closer proximity, I think it does work. I think it would be better if they were named the Brooklyn Islanders, but closer
I don't know why it would,
closer
but
proximity,
yeah, I
closer
guess. I don't know,
proximity.
mate. Do you think that works? I don't know.
Some lines. Look, the reality is this is a playoff team last year that did pretty damn well. They have a marquee player,
Yeah.
a top 6, top 7 player in this
Who's
league,
not playing
in
well
John
right now.
Tavares.
He's not playing all that well right now.
He's not, but we know how good the kid
Yeah,
is.
that's
He's an
of course.
absolute beast of a leader. He's a good player. He's been a good player for the last few years. So there's no questions that Stamkos isn't playing well, but I'm convinced he's going to. These guys are good players, but it's a good team. It's a young team. It's got a marquee player. They can't draw. They were 25th in the league that way for the last few years, which is the whole goddamn reason that they moved in the first place. They're 28th now. It got worse, and it's a better facility, supposedly. I mean, you can't have that. It doesn't work. And the Islanders are not playing bad hockey right now either.
They're playing terrible at all.
It's weird. The whole thing is weird.
Jeff Huffman says, yeah, the Islanders might not have the money for their own stadium, but I wasn't aware the city of Detroit did either.
Good point. Good point.
Yes, sir.
I don't think the Islanders declared bankruptcy anytime recently either.
Oh, my God. That's a good point. One thing I don't understand is why Isles fans complain like they were the only ones that have to use a train. I've gone to MSG by train, never minded it. Well, I haven't heard that complaint yet, and if they are whining about that, then
yeah,
New Jersey Transit, bitch.
Right.
Ever been on New Jersey Transit train? You don't even know where you're fucking going. It's like, this is what it sounds like. Vietnam, next stop! Hey, we're going to Vietnam.
Vietnam, next stop? That's terrifying.
I totally stole that from Henry Rollins because he was goofing on. Yeah, I have to give credit to Henry Rollins for that. Next time, but that's just what it's like. It's like Newark Penn Station, and the guy next to you. Is there a difference between Newark Penn Station and Penn Station? Is there two different places? Are they the same places? Yeah, they're the same place. Have a nice day. But welcome to New York. But yeah, if that's It actually kind of sucks. I really just, I want the Islanders to settle in. I want a healthy rivalry with the Rangers. But I mean, really, ever since this team was sold, ever since those days left, you got to admit this has been an embarrassment. And really, the only reason this team was not moving or allowed to stay afloat is because of Billy Smith, Mike Bossy, Dennis Potvin, and 4 Stanley Cups, Brian Trottier. That's the only reason they're really even allowed to exist.
Yeah,
it's just this
lineage,
and it comes down to this. We've talked. There's too many damn teams.
There is.
I don't look. You can't get rid of the Rangers because they're original 6. You can't get rid of the friggin' Islanders because of they're basically one of the great dynasties in the last 30 years.
You're not getting rid of a New York team anyway.
And the New Jersey Devils, even the New Jersey Devils have a legendary status now that they didn't have before because Martin Brodeur is going right to the Hall of Fame. But at the same time, there's more hockey seats than hockey fans that are able to afford to fill them. I mean,
do you think this just comes down to there is just too many teams in New York, in that area? I mean, the Rangers, that's a Rangers market. It's never going to be an Islanders market. That's just the way it is.
That's the thing. Most guys from Brooklyn are Ranger fans. It's when you go beyond Brooklyn, that's when they become Islander fans on Long Island. So that's another thing too. Yeah. And Ranger fans are loyal. Like, I don't care if it's right down the street. I'm a Ranger fan. I'm going to Midtown. I mean, it's
just bizarre.
And people don't look. People are raised into fandom. Very rarely do they switch. Like, I mean, look, I was raised into being a Yankee fan. There was no option for me. I might as well become a Muslim. I had a better option becoming a Muslim in my house. And
hey, Dad, I'm joining ISIS. Are you still a Rangers fan?
Joining ISIS.
Yeah, of course.
I'm a Muslim and I'm gay. That wouldn't have went over well.
But you're wearing a Rangers jersey, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Boko Haram doesn't fucking mind as long as you're wearing the Ranger jersey.
Yeah, it is quite bizarre. But I think a lot of this stuff is probably the media just being the media, looking at the negative and not the positive, and you're never going to get a straight story. Really, what's important is how the players feel about it, and you're never going to get a straight story from them because they're not going to bash their home turf.
No,
I mean, every one of those guys would be very lucky to have to be in an NHL team. They're not going to bash their home. It's their place. They have to defend it.
But how long can management continue to allow 25, 26, 27th, 28th this year in attendance until something's got to give? I mean, look, 14,000 people a game, that's not terrible, but it was only good for 25th. A lot of people are going to hockey games. So the answer might has to be market. That might be the only option because the other teams aren't going anywhere. I don't think the Devils are going anywhere.
No.
And I know the fucking Rangers are never going anywhere. So that leaves the Islanders.
You know, you would be shocked to me if the economy turns down. I mean, the Devils have had that problem. They built a damn new stadium. That stadium is beautiful. The one the Devils have is beautiful. I thought it'd be half-assed because it was New Jersey, but it really isn't. It's first class. You know where they film those GoPro videos with it? Yeah, in New Jersey because it's such a fucking kick-ass facility for filming, for practice, for everything. It's just the Prudential Center is badass. And when I drove by in the train, I was blown away. I mean, it really is something. It's special. But, I mean, again, you know, back in 2012, the Devils were in the Stanley Cup Final. There were some seats available. And I think that has more to do with the tickets just being too damn expensive than it is for amount of hockey fans. It's difficult to get there. And by the way, that part of Newark, from what I understand, they have fucking armed cops all over the place because you'd have to. And maybe that's the problem with that part of Brooklyn. But Brooklyn is, in a lot of ways, before I left New Jersey, most of Brooklyn seemed safer than parts of New Jersey, especially in Newark or Irvington or stuff like that. So, I mean, I wonder if safety's an issue too, you know? And that's pretty much why the Brooklyn Dodgers left. Nobody likes to talk about that.
Yeah.
You know? It's like my, I guess my step-grandfather used to say. My mother's like, as soon as they build that bridge, I'm out of here.
Can't build it fast enough.
Can't build they build a Verrazano winch.
Not only did the Dodgers leave, they went as far to the fuck away as humanly possible. They went to the other goddamn coast.
They left because the neighborhood was shit. That's why they left. And then things have improved. And Julie, I mean, now we got this new fucking mayor in there, and crime's on the rise again. And maybe it has nothing to do with crime. It's just parking. I don't even know. I really love to hear from. You know what I want to hear from because I think he's been there is that Mick on Long Island, whatever the hell his name is. I can't remember his name. He calls me all the time too. Morrison. Yeah, you fucking you Mickey. Call me up and tell me what the hell's going on if you can, or at least leave me a message and I'll play it online. Yeah, leave me a message on thing or call me live. Let me know what the problems are, if any. Maybe it's all bullshit.
I had a few people call in when there was a pay-per-view. I want to say it was Hell in a Cell. No, it was SummerSlam. It was at the Barclays Center.
They had some kind of thing with SummerSlam. Yeah, what did they say?
And people were bitching about it.
Really?
There. And people were complaining about the damn site.
It's the easiest sport to watch too because it's like this is just a ring and then I don't know. That's so weird.
They crammed 15,500 people in there for three consecutive nights. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And it's just like wrestling takes up a lot of real estate as well. So
it's true. It's more popular than hockey.
It's just very weird. And people were complaining about the blind spots there. So it doesn't. And people, I've heard the same thing with basketball. So it's a weird situation.
I'll tell you a weird situation. Yeah, it's like shout out to Patrick Glynn. I miss everybody. It feels like I've been gone for decades.
I know, right?
OHL, listen to this. OHL team quits after entire coaching staff is fired. Let me read this to you. The Flint Firebirds of the Ontario Hockey League weren't allowed to celebrate their epic 3-1 comeback victory over the reigning Memorial Cup champions, the Oshawa Generals. This is first line top of the heap junior hockey in Canada. After storming back down the Generals, storming back to down the Generals in overtime 4-3, upper manager dropped a bombshell in the dressing room immediately after the entire coaching staff had been fired. According to ESPN's John Buchagros, is that am I saying his name right?
John Buchagros.
Buchagros, yeah. All 24 players stormed out of the locker room and up to the owner's office where they threw their jerseys onto the floor and walked out of the arena 24 strong.
Nice.
Yeah. You know, there is a part of me that says, hey, what's the matter, you pussies? But something tells me you got all 24 players to throw their jerseys, man. Something's wrong, and it's probably the management.
Yeah. That's a protest.
That's a protest.
That's not a simple statement.
Yeah,
that's a protest.
I mean, another thing is these guys own their rights, too. Rolf Nielsen, bet he's Swedish, puppety corn, had grown upset with the lack of playing time for his son, Hackton. Well, the Swedes in the Canadian League.
That's a great name.
He has one of those weird A's over it. Let me show you. He's got one of those weird A's. It's sort of like an umlaut, but Swedish.
Oh, you just know you got to have a lot of phlegm when you say it. It's one of those.
I don't know. It's Swedish. I don't know anything.
Hackton.
I bet fucking. I wonder if Finnish news. I bet Finnish news players speak some Swedish.
Where's Pierre, man?
Yeah,
I mean,
Pierre.
he's
I bet
about to kick the living
Pierre-
shit out of me in fantasy this week, but I want him here. Where
and
is
the
he?
only reason Debbie beat me this week is because I couldn't get online. Oh my god, that pissed me off.
I got beat because my team's terrible. So.
But get this, Hackman was included with the group of 24 players who stormed into the father's office. Nielsen's own son, whom is the center of why all of this started in the first place, and maybe, I don't know, was right there besides the team as protesting decision from the entire staffs. The Firebirds own a 7-9-0-1. Hardly their season is over with the record like that, giving them 15 points, placing them in last in the Western Division, but it's pretty early. You know, there's only 16 games or 17 games with the overtime loss in the Western Conference. Oh, wow. That's funny. I would have thought they were French, not Swedish.
Right? I quit. I throw my beret on the ground.
I know my beret. I am out of here. I get out.
You don't give me wine? You don't give me
no
wine?
No cheese. I am out of here. I am gone. Out. See you later, alligator.
Somebody call Jerry Lewis, huh?
Yeah, that's what I would. Do you know what that reminds? You know what I'm making fun of because there was this great headline. Do you remember? I think it was in 2010 that the French national soccer team had a mutiny. Do you remember that?
I'd like to be a part of a French mutiny just to know what it's like.
But they had a literal mutiny for the coach. They wouldn't show up for practice or anything, and they lost their first 3 preliminary games, like 1, 2, 3, and they were out. And the Onion put out this spectacular headline. This spectacular French national team confirms every single French stereotype.
Fuck you, mutiny.
Yeah, I'm a mutiny. You cannot talk to me that way.
Talk to me.
That's too funny.
Go put on your striped shirt, huh?
Jason Johnson's got some insight on this. He's Canadian. The owner fired the coach for not giving the owner's son enough ice time. The owner fired the coach for not giving the owner's son a lot of ice time, and the team revolted.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
So maybe the coaches have all been rehired today, by the way.
Well, because it's bullshit. You can't do that. The owner's like, play my son. The coach is like, fuck you. He sucks. He's like, play my son. No, fuck you. Okay, well, then you're fired.
Also, I beat you last week, Dave. You're welcome.
What's that?
Jason Johnson beat you.
Yes, he did. He did. Ice holes. Yes, they beat me. You got lucky. I almost caught you in the last day, motherfucker. You got real lucky.
More Dave ball busting. Hey, Dave, how about the Sagan Samco's trade?
Not working out. Not working out. I got talked into it by Tommy. That's my story now.
No, he said nothing to me. You got talked into it. No, you called me up. You were like, guess what?
I rejected it first.
I had Matt over a barrel. I pulled down his pants, finish Eve, and
I
fucked him.
I asked for more, and then he told me he would suck my dick and all kinds of weird shit. So I took the trade, and you know it hasn't worked out for me so far, but that's okay. I'm hopeful.
You know what it is? The kids know more than we do.
Make it close. Fuck.
Yeah, the kids know more than we do. I guess that's it.
I'm a dinosaur. What can I say?
We both are. He even calls you middle-aged, and you're not even quite middle-aged yet.
God damn, I'm 32, fucko.
I don't think that's middle-aged.
Well, for my life, more probably.
Stop. Don't
3
say that.
quarters.
It bothers me. What am I going to do when you're gone?
I don't know. Find another fat man. I got a feeling Jake and I are probably going to go around the same time.
Dead on Jam? Yeah, probably. No, I think Jake will be one of those fat guys that live forever. It's funny.
He might be.
Yeah. He might be one of those fat guys that outlives his fattiness and becomes like a skinny lump of can you see that?
I could see it. Jake is one of those he's the type of fat guy who's like, I can still lift my head up over my head, my foot over my head. Watch.
Yeah, watch, yeah. And he knocks himself out cold with a bunch of skin that was left over there. In the headlines, Bettman with the upcoming owners talks or whatever the hell, no expansion vote in the next board meeting. Does that mean anything to you?
No. It means nothing because they're going to make this happen.
Yeah, because they already decided. That's why.
It's decided.
Board of Governors meeting will meet on December 7th and 8th. Lots of hookers and booze and coke, I'm sure. Good time. Rick Nash, ready to go for Tuesdays after he had back tightness.
You're excited.
I don't care one way or another. He fucking doesn't score.
Excited.
He's maybe fucking jackass. We won't make the play. We won't win the President's Trophy without Rick Nash. Is he making a lick of fucking difference? It's good to go. Well, that's great.
That's good. You should be excited.
Here's a bad one. Here's a real bad one. Jesus. Yeah. Andre Palat out up to 5 weeks. Big blow for the struggling Lightning. And that's half your fucking problem over there. They broke up the Twins.
Well, they just broke them up. They just broke up that line, the triplets. And it's, I don't know. With Palat out, maybe this opens more doors for Stamkos. I don't know.
Yeah.
It sucks for Palat, though. He's a good player.
You have sort of a bad announcement. I'm going to make this quick. My internet went out. You guys know that, and I found out that apparently, and I've yet to talk to him, and he's listening right now. I really want to talk to him. Germinator has apparently left us, and this is not a situation like a Corona situation. We're not doing the beef thing. We're not doing it. I'm sick of this shit. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I just like to put it out there that. I like to talk to him at very least and hear him out, but apparently he's closed the French version, which I was really hoping was going to grow, and I heard everybody was having fun. But look, if you're not having fun, you can't do it. So whatever those reasons are, I mean, I'm going to respect them. But yeah, just to make an announcement that I guess Germ's no longer a part of our team. What happened was I was supposed to talk to him at 6 o'clock my time, I think it was, and I lost at 2 a.m. and I didn't get my till 9 o'clock my time. I didn't get back up. So it does make me think that there's nothing I could do. But
there's probably nothing you could have done. Regardless, either way, we thank you for your contributions, and we hope that you get in contact with us.
Germ brought a lot of energy, and I'm not going to go into like what I know some of the reasons, but it's just nobody's fucking business.
No.
But I woke up today pretty flabbergasted when I found out that I'm either blocked on Facebook or the Facebook thing is deleted completely. I think it's deleted completely. I didn't fucking do anything. But I look, and I'll put this out there too. If Germ, maybe he came to the realization that I don't need Tommy for this, and which is true.
Like, I'm shedding this weight now.
Yeah, maybe I don't need Tommy for this. I want to do things my own way. Absolutely. And you know what? I don't even have a problem promoting your end. I don't have a problem doing that. If that's the thing, if you want to go your own way and work with your own host and see it the way you want to see it, that's fine. I just I'm flabbergasted. I'm shocked. And
hopefully a conversation will happen.
Yeah, I definitely want to talk, but I mean, look, I don't. No one's got to be here if they don't want to be here,
Yeah.
And that's the bottom line, I mean, you don't gotta be here if you don't want to be here. I'm disappointed, to say the least, but I mean, that's it. Tonight in the National Hockey League, only one game, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That makes it a late night game. The Yotes will be in Anaheim. Watch those Yotes.
There's a reason for it though.
Why is that?
Hall of Fame ceremony tonight.
Oh, that's right. 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, the Hall of Fame ceremony. And what are those Hall of Famers doing?
Got Sergei Fedorov, the great Sergei Fedorov.
Absolutely.
Phil Housley, Angelina Ruggiero.
Who the fuck is that?
Nicholas Lindstrom and Chris Pronger.
Chris Lindstrom retired in 2012. That was the year he got eliminated when we started the show. So that's 13, 14.
3 years? It's only a 3-year to your eligibility?
Yeah, because he left that year, remember he announced retirement.
Weird. I thought it was 5. I know all the other sports, it's 5.
Yeah. Hockey's a little different. Maybe they changed it.
I don't know. And also Peter Karamanos, the Carolina Hurricanes owner. He's also going into it as a builder. As well as Calgary Flames and Hockey Canada President CEO Billy Ray. Bill Ray is going in. I like that. We need a Billy Ray in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, only in special circumstances, like Lester Patrick.
I like
Patrick
Billy
division.
Ray in there.
Yo, we're talking fucking the 20s, buddy.
Lester Patrick.
I don't like the fact. I don't like owners going in the fucking Hall of Fame.
I don't care about his ownership. I just like his name. I like redneck names. It just makes me feel good. There's a redneck name in the Canada Hall or in the Hockey Hall of Fame. I love it.
Go Preds! Woo! Go Preds! Woo! Yeehaw!
Go Preds!
Always wanted to go.
Nashville.
Preds, yeah. What the hell's wrong with you?
I was like, I'm stupid.
Woo!
Nashville, Tennessee, man. That's where the Rednecks
I remember their
are.
first
They like to
season,
be called Sons of the Soil, by the way.
I wish they would. I remember they first coming out, and somebody told me, it's like, wouldn't it be great if all the Southerners went to the Nashville Predators, started throwing footballs in the ice?
Music City Miracle, bitch.
Woo! I could safely make fun of the Preds. They're not Buffalo. They won't fucking call me names. I'm still getting called names.
They're also in
that
first
video's
place.
damn near a year old, and I'm still getting heat from.
Oh, they're no longer in first place. Oh, they're sucking right now.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Well, somebody figured out a way to get them out of that.